Welcome back to the channel, guys. As many of you may know, we spend a lot of time working for our farmers market, and we spend a lot of time preparing to get all of our products to the market to make that extra money. So in the summertime, with that extra money coming in, we've decided over the last couple of years to just reinvest any profits right back into our homestead and better where we're living. I am sitting on the market truck here, and that was mighty appropriate because this truck is where all of the products come from. This thing hauls everything for us. Got this very, very cheap, and I was lucky to do so. And we've just been kind of rolling and building a small business. So when I'm talking about reinvesting into our homestead, I'm looking towards food security, basically. So we're trying to build, grow, and produce as much as we possibly can. We have a brand new cattle panel trellis that we put up here, and basically we just came through and pounded these stakes in, measured out how far we wanted them apart, and then we bent our actual cattle panels and just let them go inside, wired them up, buried them in. And you can see last week we planted some beans. We've got a decent row of beans coming up in here, decent row of beans coming up over here. This is an investment here. This is all beans that are going to be sold or eaten by us, but we'll sell them for a couple bucks a pound, and we can make a decent profit just off this little space of land. Investing the money back into some cattle panels at about $16 a piece and some stakes at about $5 a piece, we've invested a decent chunk of change here, but this will pay for itself this summer. So this will be a free trellis. So just looking at it like that, that gives a whole new approach to these expensive cattle panels and expensive posts and purchasing those new items. Very rarely do we show new items on this channel unless it is something like this. For the most part, everything we get is recycled, reused, or just found and free. So this trellis is not the only investment that we've made this season so far. I got bugs flying in my eyes. Trellis is not the only investment we've made this season so far. We've made quite a few investments in the plant realm also. I've bought myself some more peach trees, some more pear trees, some Hickory honeyberries, a few more Nanking cherries. We've invested a couple $100s into more plants and fruit and produce for our property that will give us long-term food security. So aside from fruits, trees, berries, and shrubs and all the perennial stuff, this greenhouse right here was purchased and paid for by our farmers market. So was this tiller. So we are doing pretty darn good, and we are reinvesting all of the money exactly how it needs to be. We're not just blowing it away. We are really putting it where we need it and into our actual uses for the market. So we're bettering ourselves, and we're building upon all of the tools that we have to work all of our land, and therefore we're bettering our actual market here. We've got a lot of land that we were able to break up that we weren't previously able to break up, and we're just going to be deep mulching all those potatoes and tomatoes. As you can see, I'm heading away from the greenhouse here. We are actually coming out to check our little investment out here. So this isn't fully set up yet. I just kind of laid a tarp down. I'm going to smother all the weeds. As you can see, we've got this all tilled up. We've got some watermelons out here, and this is probably about a 40-foot stretch of area that we've got tilled up, going for that. So I'm going to plant some trees in here this fall to kind of get all these beehives. I'm going to have a few more beehives staged up right here, and I'm going to give a nice fruit tree shade right around this area. So I just wanted to give a few thoughts on all that as I was walking up to it here. So we picked up this awesome insulated beehive. It has a nice insulated gap of air in between, just like the greenhouse. This is a great all-around winter beehive, and we're going to be able to throw some shade on it for the summertime also to protect it a little better. And this beehive clocks at like $600 to $800 depending on what you got. We've got 1, 2, 3 actual sections to this, so we're able to snap all of this apart here, and this is basically where we will drop our nuke in. We're going to order some Italian bees if there's any available still. It's pretty late in the season to be trying to order. So even if I don't get any bees this season, I'm still going to possibly put some attractant out here after I get it cleaned up and set up, so I could possibly attract a native hive of beeves or a native swarm to come in here and kind of just take in, and we could have some native for sure going to survive the winter bees, as opposed to ordering some expensive $150 nukes or $100 nukes of bees and possibly not having those survive the winter. So those are all things I'm considering here, and I just wanted to show everybody this new investment to the homestead. This is going to help with our production. This is going to help with pollination. We're going to have access to all of this honey. We're going to have access to all of the wax and be able to reuse all of those, basically reuse everything on the homestead here that we possibly can. So this was another investment here. This was used. I found it, got it for $100. So when I looked up how much this was, I was astounded. So this is a great money saver and money maker. So I'm hoping to get this going and have some more videos on all of that. This is just the first video where this makes its appearance here. It is a very nice little contraption. There is a whole lot to it. Not going to get too in depth, but it's got feeders, it's got water, it's got everything I need to get rolling. I'm very excited to get this going. I just wanted to get all this grass matted down and get something set up. The next investment that I'm looking to make is another high tunnel greenhouse, not nearly as long as this one, probably about half the size. I'm just going to build a perennial greenhouse because I need somewhere for my trees and I need somewhere to start all of those cuttings and stuff. I am overfilling this greenhouse and it is just always changing. I've got all these plants in here for our farmers market. Down at the other end, I had planted an absolute ton of tomatoes down here. So we've been using our rain barrel and our drip hose to, we got a butterfly flying around in here. Maybe a swallowtail? Pretty darn cool. He's probably looking to lay eggs on something in here. So we've got all these tomatoes and all of this free resource area where we didn't really have anything in the ground. So I just stuck a whole bunch of extra tomatoes. We've still got tons and tons of tomatoes going out for sale, peppers, all types of stuff. So we're continually revolving, and whatever doesn't sell and outgrows the pot, we're just planting ourselves along with other stuff. So we've got tons of market rows, tons of market crops. It is very cool to see all of this hard work really paying off. We have shaped this landscape quite a bit. You can see all these Asian pears we've got coming on here. Just an absolute ton of Asian pears through this tree here, and it is not very big yet. So we've got many years of Asian pears and persimmons and blackberries, all types and types of fruit and stuff to eat. Whether you're doing a farmer's market, have a side hustle, whatever you got going on, you should be investing little bits at a time into your property, because that will pay you back in the future. It's like investing money. It's like printing free money from a tree. Hope everybody found something good or useful in this video. It was kind of more just me telling everyone how I'm reinvesting all of my money. I will say it over and over because it is paying off. We've got a brand new trellis for all of our beans. We're just adding on all of this. We're going to continue to add on to the trellis. It is about to open up and storm on me here, so I'm going to let everybody go, and I will see you guys next time.